Let's turn our attention to the heavy rains that continue in northern parts of Limpopo after Tropical Storm Eloise made landfall there. And this was after Mozambique. 4 people have died and there are over 100,000 others who have been affected. The Limpopo's Vhembe district, several rivers there have burst their banks and at least 28 households have been displaced. Newzroom Africa's Pelane Phakgadi is there and he joins us live now. Pelane, exactly where are you and the situation painted for us where you are?
Definitely, Kolia. From earlier on when we were in Chakuma, giving you an indication of the subsided rivers with the level of water literally having subsided overnight despite the heavy rains, we thought maybe let's take a little bit of a turn here at the Matsila Royal House to speak to Libuane Matsila, who's a traditional leader here. But besides that, he's a farmer, and we thought maybe it would be important for us to talk on the issue around heavy rains and the impact that they have countrywide on the issues on waterlogging. You know, if there's no rain, it's very bad for crops. But if there's no rain whatsoever, if there's heavy rains, there is literally that was as well equally bad for crops. He joins me now live, Chief Matsila. Thank you very much for joining us and allowing us into your home. This here behind you is just part of your hectares of farming that you are doing, and this is maize production here. Waterlogging is a challenge.
Yes, indeed. Waterlogging is a very big challenge, especially when it rains for several days non-stop, as it has been the case recently. As you can see behind me, there is quite a lot of water now, which means that the plants and the maize mill are going to die because of lack of oxygen and sunlight, because virtually there is no sunlight at the moment, not enough of it to can make our production good. You also have a very big problem in the sense that the moisture that is there in the maize combs leads to a situation where there is fungal growth. That fungal growth attacks your production significantly, as you can see here. So your mealie combs begin to rot, and when it rots, even worms begin to infect the production, which means that this is maize meal or mealie combs that we can't take to the market. So it becomes a loss in the end if the rain does not stop. So as much as we want the rain, but it has got disastrous consequences for us.
And definitely about 2 days ago, this was not the case.
Yes, two days ago, we're very happy that we have got very good quality maize, as you can see, in the parts that are not infected. You know, it looks very good. It's very good quality, high quality, produced locally. And this is a setback for local farmers who are into subsistence and small scale farming.
Yes, and being a leader of the community, I'm sure there's quite a lot of people that you assist in small-scale farming, people who are farming in the backyards. And now this kind of rain now sets them back. They might not even be able to replant this particular season, despite the fact that they would have put a lot of investment into it.
Yes, the summer season for planting crops like maize meal is now virtually coming to an end. Very soon there will be no rains anymore. So people will have to wait until another summer season later this year to plant again, and which means that they will have lost all the little investments that have been made in terms of the labor costs as well as costs for seeds and fertilizers.
What role, as we conclude, can government and other big companies that, of course, are doing their social impact development programs, what role can they play to assist farmers like yourself and the people that you're leading in communities alike across the country that are dealing with farming completely, so that when there are heavy rains like this, of course, you can't really do anything about a natural hazard, but I'm sure there could be some little help that they can come with?
Yes, you see, adverse or extreme weather conditions like this are as a result of climate change. So we need government to assist us with a climate change adaptation program so that we can adapt to extreme weather conditions like this. What that means is that they need to assist us to be able to protect our crops from harsh conditions by installing infrastructure such as tunnels where we can grow maize in-house, we can grow other crops and vegetables in-house with proper infrastructure. And the other problem, as you can see, is that waterlogging is as a result of lack of drainage. So we need drainage systems so that the waters can go out of the mill fields and go into the rivers and the dams.
Chief Libuane Masila, thank you very much indeed, and also for that enlightening conversation there. Koli, talking about now that you've seen that the levels of rains are subsiding and the water levels at the dams are also coming down. People are trying to clean up their houses where they were flooded with water over the last few days. But now, coming now to the issues around farming, those who are doing farming, they are finding themselves having to deal with fungal development if they are maize farmers, and of course other crops that they may be producing. Now critical to the issue now around improving agricultural development in areas, and also to say the least, that people who are going into agriculture are talking about taking little risk whatsoever, but now when they have invested so much and it's going down the drain with the rain, it's unfortunately any too much rain is as good as having no rain at all.
Pelane, Phakgadi, thank you very much for that update live for us in Limpopo, one of the provinces that is experiencing at least the effects of this tropical storm, Eloise.